an enormous amount of hatred back and forth if you don't agree with their position. That's why most people they shut up. They don't talk about it. And when I'm going to tell a story. I never told this story before, but I'm going to tell. And then Miller's got a good story about President Bush.
Billy, take good time. Ruminating.
This is special for you guys in Denver. Denver was my favorite place I lived coming up. So Barack Obama starts this My Brother's Keeper initiative, all right, which takes poor kids in the ghetto in Chicago, which is absolutely the worst. You know about the murder rate, you know about like that. And it assigns the kids mentors who come from successful industry, all right? Great program. So that it's almost like the Big Brother program. When I was here, I had 3 kids in the Big Brother program in Denver, and 2 of them are in the audience tonight. I'm not gonna embarrass them. Not gonna embarrass them. They'd have a stigma, they'd be stigmatized forever. But when you do this mentoring one-on-one, it really works. So anyway, I'm praising this thing, and the president invites me to the White House, all right, to announce this thing. And he's got, 15 of these young men behind him, and he announces the Big Brother initiative. Now, I go into the White House, and most of the people there were liberal Democrats. Then I see Sharpton walk in. Now, believe me when I tell you, as soon as he walked in, I went, this is BS. Because this guy could not care less about poor children or anything. This guy is corrupt all day long, all right? So he's there. And he goes over and he goes, oh, Bill O'Reilly, I'm glad you're here. And I go, yeah, you know, Camp Brooklyn. Anyway, President gives his speech, and then he comes over to me. I'm sitting in the second row. First one, shakes my hand, I'm so glad you're here, I know you're behind the program, this and that. I felt good. So then I put together a program that would raise about $100 million for the Brothers Keeper Initiative. All right, here's what the program was. I could get, I'm not going to tell you who because it would embarrass it, and it hasn't come. I could get a baseball stadium free. The guy who owns the team said to me, if you can do this concert, I'll give you my facility, 60,000 seats, free. All right? Okay. I'm going to put 3 big acts, pop acts. All right? I get them. I get the 3 big acts. Again, I'm not going to tell you who they are because I don't want to embarrass anybody or anything like that. 3 big acts, free. So we got the stadium free, got the 3 big acts: country, R&B, and pop. All right. Then I go to Fox and I go, you guys got to put this concert on Fox Network, not Fox News Channel, Fox Network. Okay, and we'll get corporate sponsorship all throughout the hour, and then all of the proceeds for the DVD that we'll get on the concert we give into Brothers Keeper. That's why I'm saying we raise $100 million. I got it all lined up. Okay? I bring it to the White House. They didn't do it. And there was not one reason why. Didn't do it. And I said, you don't have to put me in this. I don't need to be in this. All right? I'm behind the scenes. I produced it, I'll put it together. All right? But I don't want to be on the stage. I don't want my name in there. I don't want anybody to even know. You guys take all the credit for it. Didn't do it. Now, very, very few people have ever heard that story. I've never said it on the air, never said it anywhere. It's the first time I'm saying it. The reason I'm telling you this is, it's not what it appears to be. It's very rarely what it appears to be. Sympathy is fine. All right? Compassion is fine. But then, you got to do something. All right? And these guys just don't do it.
On my way in tonight, I gave a hobo a buck because it had writing on it. Still my part.
Now Miller has
liberalism. Let me just make a comment on the last one. Here's the thing about liberalism. They're too certain of their guesswork. I think we're all guessing, but they're so adamante about it. You can never tell them anything where they'll change their mind, and that bugs me. I like to be a fluid situation. If Republicans become idiots, I'm going to ditch them. If Democrats become idiots, I'm going to ditch them. But I will say this about liberalism: it's better in your mind. It's like a nude beach. It's you know, it sounds good. You get there, a lot of cankles. You know what I mean?
Cankles? Is that a word?
I think it is. Isn't it cankle? That's when your ass looks like an ankle.
He's tight with the Bushes, especially.
I like 41. He's a good guy. And, the kid, listen, I'm glad he went over there and kicked a little ass. I know people are saying, oh, we should never fight with him. We can be friends. Yeah, we're going to be friends with these morons. Let's give Iran a bomb, for God's sakes. Every time I see their stock footage of their nuclear facility, you ever see that? We're going to get them the bomb. You got guys walking around in Michael Jackson's sleeping mask, holding a snow cone cup and a wrought iron thing, and looks like a microbrewery in a college town. They've got righty-tighty, lefty-loosey posters on the wall. Yeah, let's give these maniacs a bomb, okay? I don't like the way they treat their women. I don't like how they screwed up Cat Stevens. And you know something? I don't trust religions where you can get winded praying. And you know what? We gotta quit kissing ass there. Periodically, we're gonna have to smoke a B-lister in a leopard skin fez and a doormat's outfit from the Plaza Hotel. Just to remind the world that we have a long fuse. At the end of the day, it's connected to a big-ass bomb. I can't believe that the head of what's left of our space program, NASA, actually came out and said President Obama told him the main purpose of our space program is Muslim outreach. You see these parades on the news in Mosul and Tikrit. Does it look like space travel's a big thing for those people? Trust me, Arabs will want to go to the moon the day after the Jews set up Israel there, okay? So I'm glad Bush went over and flattened somebody. It was going to come eventually. Anybody who thinks that we're going to be best friends, we're not. It's going to happen. They're nuts. We're going to have to de-nuts them occasionally. It's just that simple. Now listen, here's the thing about Bush. He got a great sense of humor. I went out on the road with him once. I introduced him in San Francisco. And it was like a breakfast thing. We howled, we laughed. And afterwards he said, hey, he's like you with Miller. He goes, Miller, you want to go down to LA? I'm doing one of these tonight. You want to introduce me? I say, sure, I'll introduce you. And he says, come on down on Air Force One. We go into Air Force One, all of a sudden you're sitting in this big cabin, it's bigger than your living room. He puts the little president jacket on and the feety jammies, kicks back. It's so funny, you're sitting there, he has an intercom, and he looks at me, he goes, I'm hungry, you want some dim sum? So I said dim sum or dim sum? I don't know, dim sum? I go, yeah, sure, I'll have some dumplings. So he gets on, he goes, bring some dim sum down here, and some popcorn. So we're eating, and he goes, come on up, I'll show you the living quarters. We go up, we're walking around, there's like up on the nose cone of that big thing, there's a bed for the wife on one side, a bed for the president on the other side, and then there's this little linkage bed in case they want to do Bush 44s on the end. So we get down to LA and Bush says, hey, drive up to Century City with me. And I go, beautiful, let's go, baby. So we go down the steps and you get in the Bushmobile, and I'm telling you, it's not that big, but it is so freaking solid, man. It's like Fort Knox. They shut that door, thud, and you're in there. And Bush says, you're gonna love this, you're gonna love this. We pull out onto the 405, it's empty, it's completely empty. On both sides, we're just hauling ass on the middle. These four Jeep Wagoneers are rotating around us. I go, what's the deal with the Joey Chitwood show? And he says, one of them has a surface-to-air missile in it, and if they attack us from the sky, the roof blows off and they can bring a plane down. I go, baby, this is a wild commute, my friend. And he says, don't worry, if they throw a bomb onto the car, it seals off, it's got its own air filtration system. I said, that's great, because I had Mexican for lunch. I'm telling fart jokes to Bush, he's hit me on the leg. So, we spend the whole day together. I go to my room, the Secret Service comes, they give us President wants you to join him. So I go, we sit there for a couple hours watching TV, talking, I introduce him again. And he says, listen, I'm going to be in Philly in around a month. Do you want to come and do it? And I said, listen, man, I don't want to be a camp follower. I can't be an ass kisser here. But I don't want a first-class ticket. I don't want a plane. I'm not going to be an idiot about that. I need you to buy a coach ticket. You know how when you go to see a shrink, it's kind of important that you give the shrink the money at the end of the session so the transference can take place? You know what I mean? It isn't your father or your mother. There has to be lines of demarcation. I don't want to get into that groupie thing where he's a nice guy. He's the president. At the end of the day, he's just a guy. I go, if you give me a coach ticket, I'll come to Philly. So I get a coach ticket. I go to Philly, and for the first time, I'm alone with him. because Andy Card gets up and splits, and this is why it's crap when Clinton says Monica Lewinsky just wanders. Nobody wanders down near the president. They gotta say, bring them in. You're never left alone with them. They're the president, for God's sakes. Too much weirdness can happen. But Andy Card, at this point, I'm getting on with Bush, and Andy Card gets up and splits. He has to do some, logistical thing. So Bush and I are eating breakfast. Bush eats like a bunny. He's the healthiest guy. And he told me at this point he was running a 22 and a half, 3 mile on a by every other day, 7.5 per mile. And he wore his knee high. And he used to tell me, he's like, I love listening. My favorite song to John to is, what's that? He's a fortunate son. I said, what are you kidding? John Fogerty wrote that about you. You know, and he said, I don't care. I love the song. So he's eating his pellets and his stamen and pistols, and I'm over there, you know. I've got like a breakfast burrito the size of Steve Garvey's first baseman, man. Bush says, hey, after the speech, you want to come down to Washington and hang at the White House for the day? Now, I live in Montecito, California, and Oprah was one of my neighbors, and it was her 50th birthday that night, and she invited me to the birthday party. So I say to him, you know, I can't even stay for the speech, Mr. President. I gotta introduce you, and I gotta leave. I got something. And Bush looks up at me and goes like this, where are you going? I'm the president. I go, brother, I don't even want to tell you where I'm going. He said, no, tell me. I go, Oprah's one of my neighbors. He said, it's her birthday party. I gotta fly back for the party. Bush goes, So he's a pretty normal cat, and like I said, if they're gonna, anybody in that job's gonna make tough calls. I'm telling you, it's a dangerous world. I don't trust radical Islam as far as I can throw it. I'm not gonna play this whole game like Obama does, where he won't even say the word. You know, we're half-speed this entire battle. We're gonna have to be Sherman through Georgia at some point. Obama, I don't even know what the lingo, you know, he watches somebody get decapitated on YouTube and he says it's a noggin recall or something. We're gonna have to get serious about this, and Bush was serious about it. Bill, back to you.
All right, one of the reasons that